Hey everybody, Bart Mattson here with Motorcycle USA, and this is the Moto Guzzi Griso SE. Available in Europe for a couple years now, the SE finally makes its stateside debut. The SE is distinguishable from the standard Griso by its fetching powder-coated frame, matte green tinny paint scheme, brown leather seat, and wire-spoked wheels. Unchanged is the 90-degree V-twin, as 4-valve heads adorn each of the cylinders that burst out by the rider's knees. Moto Guzzi's signature engine configuration, mounted across the frame axis, presents a longitudinal crank which makes itself known as soon as the air and oil-cooled twin gets fired to life. The mirrors and high-mounted handlebars shake with a rhythmic chugging at idle. Slam the throttle when the bike's on its kickstand, and the Guzzi seems to want to flip right onto its right side courtesy of the rotational force of the crankshaft. This ain't your typical motorcycle, and even Moto Guzzi faithful must admit that they're partial to mounts that are lovingly described as quirky. Get accustomed to the rattling clatter of the Guzzi mill, however, and it delivers ample roadworthy performance. Grin-inducing torque churns out across the power band, with the power up from 5K really triggering the rider to sporty performance. The Griso turned our dyno to peak power numbers of 95 horsepower and 73 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheel. The 6-speed transmission clunks some in the lower gears and at low RPM, but slides up and down without effort once the RPMs climb. The shaft drive, another Moto Guzzi staple and quirk for a sporty model, has a fair amount of lash. It also delivers bumpy chatter on aggressive downshifts. The Griso's handling, however, is superb. The riding stance is upright and comfortable, with a slight forward cant perfectly suited for its backroad canyon beauties. The steel frame chassis is taut and communicative, with the 3-way adjustable suspension delivering optimal performance. The Griso enters corners and changes directions intuitively, the handlebar providing easy leverage. Once on its side, the Guzzi is confidently stable, provided the throttle is stable as well, as riders can feel the rotational input of the crank on right-handers in particular. The Griso's handling limitations really come from the Pirelli Scorpion tires. With some stickier rubber, the Guzzi would put many a sport bike rider to shame in the canyons. The radial mount Brembo calipers complete the high-performance package, although we found the initial bite up front curiously lacking. It seems only on decel that the rider finally feels the 555-pound curb weight. With an MSRP of $14,490, the Guzzi delivers a unique riding experience. In our mind, the Griso SE epitomizes the notion of a gentleman's sport bike. Riders attracted to its looks will be pleasantly shocked by its handling prowess, and we reckon many a squid will find himself humbled by the gray-haired vet that just blitzed by on that strange-looking motorcycle.